Today we are going to be going over a super cool box set of a deck that I found online. This one was also a Kickstarter, but it's considered an indie deck because it's not on Amazon or anything like that. And this deck is by Holly Lazoo. She lives in Georgia with her family and pets, and she made this enormous, here we go, that's how you open it. She made this deck, tarot deck, and a bunch of mini decks. It says, "What will you do once you find what you seek?" Very cool. And then here is the tarot deck, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mini Divi decks. That's what she calls them. And then we have some little like prompting cards as for what you want to look up. If you wanted to look, not what you wanted to ask. So here are some prompts, and they fit nice and neatly in there. I also purchased a little fortune teller card, and says, "Your fate awaits you. Ask a yes or no question and scratch to reveal the answer." I think I'll do that at the end. And then I also purchased in her deck, I also purchased this really super cute coin. So one side says no, stop, no, ponder. And then the other side says, yes, continue, yes, act. So we can attempt to flip a coin. Let's see, what do you think it is? Yes or no? Yes. Let's go ahead and keep unboxing this tarot deck. I'm gonna have to pause the video for a second and open all of these up. It does not look like it has a guidebook, which is fine. All right, so I opened up all the packaging, and I just wanted you guys to have like an overall overview look of it. The box looks like it's a key on the front of it. This is the very top. Here's the key, and then here's the hole the key goes into, and then you opened it. And in the inside it says, "What will you do once you find what you seek?" And on the very inside it says, "Everything you seek is inside." That's pretty cool. That was very clever packaging. And then in the very front it says, "The end is the beginning." The end is the beginning. You are full of good fortune. So here I'm assuming, because this looks cups, wands, all right, we'll find out. All right. And then we have here all of the decks that fit inside of this box, as well as prompts as far as questions. And then we'll go over, I think we're gonna do this in order, since it seems like she did it in a rainbow color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. We're gonna start with the mini Divi deck that is called Opposites. But let me just show you something that's also really cool graphically. It's like, look at the bottoms of this tarot deck. I think a lot of detail went into creating this deck, and it's very neat. I love seeing this kind of like dedication as far as like the craftsmanship is of the tarot decks. So I will leave timestamps as far as each deck, so you don't have to stick around for the whole thing unless you want to. And we can, I think, get started. We're gonna start with the mini Divi deck that is called Opposites. On the back of the deck it says, "Let's get paradoxical. This pack of divination cards delves into all the opposites. The cards range from eerie to humorous. Each has a fortune written at the bottom. Read these cards on their own or with the teeny tiny tarot. All right, let's see what's inside. Okay, so we are going to be opening this deck, the mini Divi deck of opposites. The first card in the deck reads, "The thing about opposites is that one isn't inherently good or bad. It all depends on how each card relates to your circumstance." Hadley Lazu is an illustrator who creates from the study of her 1890 Victorian home. She's often inspired by cemeteries, ghost stories, strange places, and nature. A huge thank you to Krista from Adventure in Metaphysics for the help. Thank you for your support. Dogma, freedom. Serious, playful. Look how it's a cat and a dog. Sorrow and joy. Clumsy and graceful. Slow and fast. Gain and loss. And then loss. Gain is a ring, loss and a fire, the ring. Hot, fire, cold, snowflake. Let it go, not meant to be. And then keep. So things you let go are, you have to let it go in death. Things you're meant to keep still end up in a box. Like your 2 cents. I like that. Dry and wet. Loose, a loose ribbon, and a tight coiled snake. Old and young. The tree is old. The egg in a nest inside of the tree is young. First puzzle piece, and then the last puzzle piece, and if you can see, it fits right in there. Fortify. Here's a castle. Corrode. The chain to the fortified wall, like door, has corroded. I like that. That's a very good one. That was thoughtful. Light and dark. Healthy and ill. Empty hand. Full hand. I mean, you don't see the hand, but you can deduce that it is. Flexible. Rigid. They're both weapons. Very thoughtful. Sanity pill. Madness. An empty pill. So one of the things that's really cool about Holly Lazu, she goes by Holly Oddly, is that she speaks a lot about her mental illness and living with, I believe it's manic depression. So madness is not taking the pills you need, and then sanity is taking the pills you need. I think that's very brave of her to speak about mental illness. Ignorance, knowledge. Betrayal, loyalty. Lie, truth. Crossing his fingers, and then something looked under the microscope and you find out the truth. Build, dismantle, rough, gentle, giving, selfish. Ooh, I really like this one. It reminds me of the Six of Pentacles, where the coins are being given into the palm. But I love the imagery because this circle on the other end is the bottom half of a diamond ring. Beautiful. Sharp, dull. And then this is a very quintessential opposite, in that you would think a knife is sharp and a pencil is dull. And this is the opposites card deck, mini Divi deck. Openness, secrets, calm, stressed, alive, dead, deep, shallow. I love this one. Give and take. Very nice. I absolutely love this mini Divi deck of opposites. And here's the back of the deck. Here we have the teeny tiny tarot, 78 cards, made by Holly Audley. The back of the card, the deck says, the tiny, teeny tarot is a 78 card deck of all the things Holly finds wondrous and in this world and beyond. What she finds wondrous in this world and beyond. Okay, I think we'll start it like this. So this is kind of the same thing that we read in the first. I love that she made cards that say thank you. That's very sweet. The Fool. Here we have a frog getting a type of fly. Now, is the fly the fool, or is the frog? The Magician. A hand that has tattoos holding on to a wand. The High Priestess. Oh, I like this. So in the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, we see the High Priestess is sitting in front of a curtain with two pillars, a black one and a white one. And here it seems like this is her crown, and she's coming out of, she's coming out from behind the curtain that has this illustration of pomegranates. That's the shape of her crown. The Empress. The Emperor. And the Emperor is a cat holding onto a mouse. One foot is on the tail and one foot is on the body. And I don't know if you noticed, it looks like 1, 1, 1, 1. So 4 total for the Emperor. The Hierophant, the 2 keys. The Lovers, 2 flowers intertwined inside of a glass terrarium. Card number 6. The Chariot looks like a house with someone living inside of it with, I'm gonna say, chicken feet. So it's a house that moves, hence the chariot. strength. Here we have a hand with a snake coiled inside of it, and the snake has that lemniscate, which is the infinity symbol. The Hermit. A lantern is very synonymous with the Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. This looks like a pocket compass. Card number 10. Justice. The Hierophant is depicted wearing a crown with a square on it, and she's holding on to a sword as well as the scales. The Hanged Man is a bat. This is a very, I'm gonna say oddly card. Death. This is not the end. I love that. Temperance. Looks like we're trying to fill up jars. One jar with a liquid, putting the contents into the other jar. The Devil. It looks like a ghost holding onto a cat that is crying, maybe? That looks like a tear. The Tower. And then the tea is spilled from the top. Everything you thought you knew. And the crown is at the bottom. And the Rider-Waite, the crown, is at the top, falling off with thunder and lightning. I love it. It's a great illustration. The Star. The Moon. The moon is usually a depiction of secrets, and I love that there's a key here, because a lot of the time we're trying to unlock our most inner truths, and this is a very wonderful depiction of that. The Sun. Sun banner with the sunflower framed picture. Judgment. That looks like a banjo. The skeleton inside of a coffin. In the Rider-Waite, there's an angel in the Judgment card, and they're blowing a trumpet. So this could be relating to music, moving the dead. The World. Looks like a bird or dove surrounded by a laurel wreath. Oh, this is a door frame. A door? The World. Awesome. Doors are very good symbolisms for beginnings and ends, because you have to walk through them to begin and you have to walk out of them to end. And the World is one of those type of completion cards, beginning or end. Usually it's the end. Ace of Needles. Okay. Okay, so needles must be, I think, swords. An Ace of Needles. Two of Needles. Heart shape. So this is definitely swords, because it's a heart-shaped pincushion, and we have 3 needles going in. 4 of Needles. Ooh, 5 of Needles pricking themselves. 6 of I'm going to say needles, but I think it's interchangeable with swords. 6 of swords, 6 of needles, 7 of needles. This sort of reminds me of like a pip deck, which is mostly the suits are just pictures with the numbered suit type on it. So this is the 8 of needles, 9 of needles, 10 of needles. This one is the page of needles, and it says the mini sewing book. The Knight of Needles. Here we have it looks like it's a cross stitch and there's a horse. Knights are usually depicted on horses in the Rider-Waite. One of the things that I absolutely connected with Holly is that she does crafts, and she actually, on her site, which I will of course link on the bottom of the description, she sells like embroidery kits. So this suits her personality and my own. The Queen of Needles. The King of Needles. Ace. So let me just briefly, I'm pretty sure the box, if you look at the box, I'm just gonna momentarily, because I'm starting to see a pattern here. When you open it, we have needles, which are swords. The skull is open, which is cups. Then we have the wooden rods here, which is wands. And then we have the eyeballs, which I'm assuming is pentacles. But I really like the illustration. So usually decks, and I've mentioned this before, like when you get a deck, it is the major arcana, the wands, cups, swords, and then pentacles. And there is no right or wrong order, but this one is not in that order. Ace of eyes, but it's pentacles. The 2 of eyes. 3 of eyes. I love that is a different type of eye. Could be a cat eye or goat eye. 4 of eyes. Let's see what else let's see what else happens. The 5 of eyes. Very reminiscent of the 5 of Pentacles with the church window. 6 of eyes. 7 of eyes. In the 7 Rider-Waite, we see a man with a shovel pondering when to harvest his pentacles. I love that. 8 of eyes. That looks like a witch's cauldron. But 8 of Pentacles is usually depicted as working. So whatever she's cooking up must be delicious. The 9 of eyes. And again, we see a woman in the garden in the regular Rider-Waite with her holding her arm stretched out with a bird on it. The 10 of eyes. In the Rider-Waite, there is this arch depiction. The Page of eyes. The Knight of eyes. The Queen has one eye closed. Interesting. The King has 3 eyes. All right, next we have the Ace of Wands, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 8 of Wands. I love this. It looks like witches' brooms and a full moon. They're going somewhere, which of course the 8 of Wands is a depiction of movement. The 9 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. The Page of Wands. The pages seem to be very reminiscent of Aces cards. The Knight of Wands. And it looks like the wands have been woven into a basket, but again, the Knight is usually on a horse, but with this bicycle, it also is significant of movement. The Queen of Wands. The King of Wands. Aces, cups, or skulls. I love how the eyes and the nose are all porous, so whatever is inside of this cup is coming out. The 2 of Cups. The 3 of Cups. The 4 of Cups. This is interesting because the 4 of Cups is usually shown a person sitting down, ignoring a cup being offered to them, but this hand seems like it's saying stop. And then the other hand, or another hand, is taking the last skull cup. 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. With different items inside, like the snake. 8 of Cups. There's a road and all the skull are stacked up. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. We see a rainbow usually in the depiction of the 10 of Cups. And then this has kind of the shape of the arch shape of a rainbow. Page of Cups. The Page of Cups usually has a fish inside of it. The Knight of Skulls or Cups. Again, cups, skulls, interchangeable. And then here we have an envelope, which seems to be mailed off, again with movement. Great symbolism. The Queen of Cups. The King of Cups. Ooh, I really, really love this card deck. It's very fun. But like I mentioned at the beginning, I feel like it's considered more of a pips type of a deck, since there isn't a picture illustration or like a scene in each card, but it's more like whatever suit, and then the numerical value of that suit is represented by the suit type, and those are considered pip type cards. Omens. For many of these cards, I looked at omens from the 1700s, but put a modern twist on them. Okay, so and a thank you card. She put, a lot of these omens are from the 1700s, but she put a modern twist on it. Shooting star. Now's your time to make that wish. We always make wishes on shooting stars. Find a key, you will find love unexpectedly. Very nice. Break a mirror, keep a careful eye on your health. A black cat crosses your path. Beware of those whose intentions are disguised. Opening an umbrella indoors, an injury or something broken. Walking under a ladder, a disrespect will take place. Summer flower blooming in winter, a big end. A rooster crows at night, a storm is coming. Upside down horseshoe, your luck is running out. Lighting 3 candles with 1 match. Things are about to get complicated. Oh, I've never heard that one. A bird flies in your house. A family tradition will soon end. Friday the 13th. Don't let a bad day linger on. And on the calendar it says Friday. It's only one day, 13th. She's very funny. A bird poops on you. A rare opportunity is about to present itself. That's definitely a positive spin on a horrible situation. Itchy palms. Abundance this way comes. A coffin. An unexpected union. Finding a 4-leaf clover. Keep your eyes wide. You can see more than usual right now. Yeah, if you find one. Dropping a comb, a dropped connection. Doppelganger. Someone close to you will betray you. Ooh. A broom falls across a doorway. It's time to bar someone or something from your life. It's time to bar someone or something from your life. An itchy nose. Someone will soon be messaging with needed news. Cut your nails on a Sunday. You will soon do something you will be ashamed of. Interesting. That was in the 1700s. Cut your nails on a Sunday. You will soon do something you will be ashamed of. Okay. Falling out of bed. A swift reversal. Butterflies. Tender times are coming. Face up penny. Financial prosperity. Face up penny. Oh, the face is on the top. Sneeze before breakfast. Loneliness is ending soon. Hank E. Okay. Spot a rabbit. It's a good time to trust your intuition. Find a hairpin. You will soon gain a new friend. Because hairpins help you hold your hair back. Dreaming of a dead loved one. You will talk to someone you haven't heard from in a while. Interesting. Spilling salt. Someone means to do you harm, but you have all the tools to stop them. That's empowering. Your shoestring comes untied. A love is thinking of you. I really like the Omens. Very sweet. And it looks like the mini Divi decks all have the same pattern in the back, which is really cool. So if you wanted to mix up your mini Divi decks, you could. And since they are color coordinated, hopefully you don't forget where they come from. The next deck we have is Ghosts. These ghosts have a message for you. This pack of divination cards delves into the spirit world. The cards range from eerie to humorous. Each has a fortune written at the bottom. Read these cards on their own or with the tiny, teeny tarot. Alrighty. Ghosts. Soaked ghosts. You're not stuck. You just need some new inspiration. Don't realize, ghosts, your lack of awareness is killing me. News, main family is to his death. No, man falls to his death. Doesn't realize, ghost. So maybe this is kind of like the Sixth Sense. He doesn't realize he's passed on type of a thing. I mean, there could be like a movie theme, The Girl from the Ring, Sixth Sense. The ancient spirit, tried, true, may stand the test. Tried and true may stand the test. The ghost family. Stick close to the ones you love for minimum comfort. For maximum comfort. I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Freudian slip. The ghost family. Stick close to the ones you love for maximum comfort. The ghost town. Maybe where you're at doesn't serve you anymore. Move along. The cold spot. If something feels off, it probably is. It probably is. The hunger ghost. Some questions have no answers, and the hungrier you become, the more you starve. Ooh, that is scary. The hungry ghost. Friendly ghost. Your kind heart will show through. Victorian ghost. Many greats live in the past, but it's not where you belong. The crying ghost. This will pass. Orb ghost. So the little orbs. It doesn't matter if others don't believe. Closet ghost. Seek out the inner truths that long to be awakened. Ectoplasm. It's okay to not have all the answers. The severed head. Now's not the time to lose your head. It's time to plan. Forest spirit. Seek nature. It will, in turn, make you grow in the best ways. I love that. Rattling chains ghost. It's time to be heard. Don't be silent. Ghost of the fog. Shake up your routine, for the fog may settle. Angry spirit. Some things are worth your anger, and some are not worth your energy. Very good. The grabby ghost. Ooh, this would freak my daughter out. It's out of your control. Let go. Interesting. Now, I have to be honest with you. This one freaks me out a little bit too, because when I was a kid, I refused to let any of my limbs fall outside of the bed. For whatever reason, I was scared of the unknown, but to this day, I still don't like sleeping with having any of my limbs outside of the bed. And this, to me, because of my personal story that I just suggested, would be like, do not leave your limbs outside of the bed. The grabby ghost. The ghost phone. Will you answer the call? The shapeshifter. Things are not what they seem. The child ghost. Your inner child is holding you back. Woman in the water. It's time to travel far below the surface. There is so much more than what meets the eye in this situation. The poltergeist. You have incredible power. Use it. The vortex ghost. Don't allow chaos to suck you in. Don't allow chaos to suck you in. The center ghost. Come front and center with your ideas. The sheet ghost. Don't let imposter syndrome get you down. I love that. Lonely ghost. Just be you. Need to feel, just be, period. You need to feel these feelings. That is actually a very good card as well. Just be. You need to feel these feelings. That's growth. Horde of ghosts. You don't have to go it alone. Choose a guest, buddy, or 3. Choose a quest buddy or 3. See the light ghost. Seek a higher truth. Thank you. All right. Those are the Ghost mini Divi decks. Next, we have the Curiosities Tarot. No, mini Divi deck. This has 30 cards. And it says, this pack of divination cards delves into the strange. The cards range from eerie to humorous, and each has a fortune written at the bottom. Read these cards on their own or with the tiny tarot. It's teeny tiny tarot. These strange items are here to warn, encourage, and foretell. Place them together to form your own cabinet. Looks like one of those Venus flytraps plant? I'm not sure. Don't let it eat you up, because this type of plant does eat flies. A personal pursuit is paying off. And here we have a feather with a feather with an ink jar. Sad songs eventually end. These are really cool that if you wind it, then songs will play, then a song will play. Embrace the unexpected. Here's a 2-headed chick. Are you going to kick that wasp nest? I wouldn't do that. Be ready for anything. I love how the wood grain has like these knots, but the knots look like eyes. That's very cool. Follow the red string of fate. Ooh. The scissors look like a skull. Something is hatching. And here we have a nest with 3 eggs. Don't let them take what's yours. And here we have a jar full of teeth. Ugh. Yeah. Delicious or dangerous mushrooms. Yeah. I think mushroom foraging has become extremely popular over the last couple of years. And you hear all the bad stories. You obviously don't hear all the great stories, but be careful. It depends on how you look at it. And here we have a tea cup with tea leaves inside of it. And the cup looks like it has astrological signs. I see Aquarius and Taurus and Aries. Very cool. It's time for a reset. And here we have a sage. Sage wrapped up, and usually people use these to cleanse their home. You must stay sharp. And here we have needles and a thread. You use this to pull the thread through the eye. You need to see this a new way. And here we have glasses. Beware who you let in. Yes, no, and it's one of those like it looks like the Ouija. I'm sure there's a name for this, I just don't know it. It's time. No, time keeps moving with or without you. Here we have like a pocket watch. You can see your gifts to help others. You can use your gifts to help others. Here we have poison and a nondescript vial with something inside. Are you only hearing what you want to hear? Ooh, I like that one. And here we have a conch shell, and usually when people put the conch shell up to their ear, they say they can hear the ocean. It's the end, and then the is slashed, and it says it's an end. And we have a skull. All eyes are on you, and we have a jar with 3 eyes. A poor reaction to you has more to do with them. I like that. Asking until you hear what you want to hear, seeking guidance. I think this is just the human condition. This is what we do. And I really like this because especially when you do tarot, you have the tendency to project. And so when you're reading cards, if you're not being honest, which is extremely difficult for all of us to do, if you're not being honest, then you're going to read the tarot cards the way that you want to read them instead of the way that it could be interpreted in order to help you. You can just want an outcome so badly that you read it the way you want it to. So asking until you hear what you want to hear, that's great. And it's a magic 8 ball. It says no, and then it says, and then we see dice on the side with 3, the number 3. The number 3 seems to be very recurring a lot here, like with the 3 eyeballs inside of the jar. What else did we see? I just feel like 3 is very recurring. Okay. Beware of unlocking burdens disguised as opportunities. And here we have a key. There are only so many matches in a box. And we have a jar with matches and one of those match cards. Magic match. There are only so many matches in a box. Magic match. There's a lot of connotation that you can take this card in, which is really cool. Beware the gift with strings attached. Ooh, I'm really liking these oddities mini Divi deck. Time to examine it a little closer. And here we have bugs and a magnifying glass. The past is anything but buried. Christine. Here we have what looks like an urn and somebody's name on it. Time to gather your fun time tools. And here we have scissors, a trowel, probably knowing Holly, these are probably more Victorian type tools. For what they were used for, I'm not sure. Don't forget what's on the inside. Don't forget what's on the inside. And here we have the skeleton of what I assume is a frog. This is not a time for finger wagging. I like that. All right, and that's the end of the Oddities mini Divi deck. That was really, really cool. Next, we have Dreams. This is the mini Divi deck of Dreams. Community was kind enough to offer up these dreams, nightmares for me to interpret into cards. Thank you. Car won't stop. This is not your situation to fix. Kidnapped. You only think you're stuck, but you can easily free yourself. Uninvited guests. Intrusive thoughts much? Holding hands with ex. What is it that you can't let go of? Ooh. Drowning. It might be time to reach out for help or delegate tasks. Stranger at a house party. Are you on the outside looking in, or is it your anxiety talking? The empty mall. The past is a terrible place to exile yourself. I love how it says the empty mall because it is definitely a pastime. If you are a child of the 70s and 80s, then you know the mall used to be the place everybody hung out, but modern technology has kind of changed the way people connect with one another. And so a lot of malls across the country have been seeing a lot of decline in attendance. So very appropriate. Overrun by animals. Chaos ruins. Here we have rodent, like a mouse, a possum, and a fox. Overrun by animals. Chaos reigns. And it looks like these animals are reigning. Chased by the Grim Reaper. Do you trust no one? Do you trust? Question. No one! Exclamation point. Caught by police. But is it really a crime? Tornado. Assess the chaotic people in your life. Financially busy. All work, no play. Do you procrastinate? If I have nightmares, it's usually about me procrastinating. That is the truth. So I try not to do it because I like sleeping. Imposter cat. Be aware of people's true intentions. And on the collar, it reads, not your cat. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm reading these cards, so I just find it very clever. She's just very funny. Tree made of hummingbirds. Let yourself be transformed. Infinite staircase. A clear endpoint needs to be set. That could be a nightmare. Living inside one's eye. A new perspective can be refreshing. Can't find the card. You're getting colder. I think we can all relate to this. If you're of driving age, we can all relate. Body snatcher. Hiding in nightstand. You're not who you thought you were. Maybe that's okay. Oh, wow. That's a powerful message and very positive. Missing the train. Time for plan B. Lost item. It's your head that's lost. I know we all feel that way. Dancing. Different parts of your life are aligning. I like that. Hidden passages. You can't run and hide forever. And then here we have what looks like a bookcase that slides. And when it slides, there's an opening to a staircase. Naked, you're exposed. So what? I like that. Forgetting important messages. Remove the unimportant. You'll never forget the important. No, it says forgetting important numbers. Remove the unimportant. You'll never forget the important. Jumping through time. Not choosing is a choice. Be brave. Make the decision. I like that. Teeth falling out. This is the time for listening. All right. So we do end up doing a lot of talking. We got to listen some more. I'm guilty of that. And I'm sure, you know, this is one of those things to look out for, I guess. Spider crawling over my skin. Spiders crawling over my skin. Get out while you can. Ooh. Falling. It's all going so fast. Secret door. Are you opening to your own? No. Are you opening to your higher self? Being held down. Your body has limits. I love that. Alrighty, that is the Dream Mini Divi deck. And we have one more. This is the last mini Divi deck, and it says messages. This pack of divination cards delves into the hidden meanings. The cards range from eerie to humorous, and each has a fortune written on the image. Read these cards on their own or with the teeny tiny tarot. Almost everything has a message these days, but which messages are meant for you? Working to surround yourself with beauty to give comfort to your mind. Make good use of your precious time. Slow down. One size matters. One size never fits all. And that's a shirt. Here we have stamps. Where is your heart? A seed packet. Plant the seed. I love that. If you need motivation, this is a great message card. Shine, and it's a necklace. The best way to express yourself is your way. Nope. I love that. Everyone, it seems, at least, I think we tend to think that everyone has an opinion on what we do, but this is a great reminder to just be yourself. There is no wrong way to be you. A receipt, and it says, Holly Oddly, particular paper, weird wares. Cashier Holly, December 11th, 1882, 11:11 a.m. In this receipt, it says quantity 1 of each item. Item number 1, you will always pay for it in the end. Whew, no exceptions. That's a powerful message. Don't give up yet. That's what the smoke is written. And there's a flame with wood. An open book says, dedication. Take time to appreciate a friend who has never given up on you. It's a great message. Here we have signs and says, on the road to a good place. I love that. Here we have puzzle pieces, and it says, the big picture is coming together. I love that. This is not permanent. This message was written in sand, and here we see the ocean water coming. It's not over yet. And that's a tombstone. On the phone screen, it says, maybe it's time to start that dialogue. A can of sardines. You're not everyone's taste. That's a good thing. No, really. Facts. Here we have some musical notes, and it says, all of these ups and downs make such a beautiful song of life. Here we have build blocks. I'm not sure what it's trying to say. Construct. Okay, yeah, building blocks, construct. There we go. And here we have coins, and it says, it could all change on a dime. A fortune cookie, and it says, it's not serious. Here we have a piece of paper, and it says, Holly Audley, there are a million places you can travel without ever leaving home. Very true. I love reading. It's time to focus ahead. Bright future. Looks like a bumper sticker. It's okay to be a sucker for what you love. That's a Valentine, I'm assuming. And then here we have a package, and it says, the wrapping paper says, give, 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 give. I love that message. If it's wrong, don't do it. Like graffiti. Milk carton, and it says, not quite milk. Don't let it consume you. Milk is technically good for you, right? So if it's saying not quite milk, don't let it consume you, it's a warning message. Butterfly, protection, preservation, protection, preservation. And here's a Polaroid, remembering the simple times. And then we have spools. The events are still unspooling. Very nice. And that is the end of all of the mini Divi decks. And then here we have, these are the prompts, and it says, what spirit wants me to know? What or who is holding me back? What I need to release? How can I heal from this? How can I replenish myself? What is my higher self trying to tell me? Which of my strengths should I call upon? What will be a path to joy? What sort of rejection might I soon face? Ooh. What are my dreams trying to tell me? How can I face my fears? How can I make sure my expectations are realistic? That's a good one. How will love find me? Is now a good time to act? What might be hidden from me? Where can I find support? What might be influencing the situation? How can I prepare for the next phase? What will soon be ending? What will be entering my life? Those are the prompts in case you wanted to do a spread for yourself, but you weren't sure what you wanted. And this whole deck with this was like $120. All right, I will see you guys soon.